you are. Miss Nicole truly is an angel. She shows great wisdom in guiding others, and she has already sent word to Natlan on our behalf. She said that while the other members of the Hexen Circle are busy with important work, she is quite free, and she is more than willing to accompany the people of Sumeru for the entire journey.
Oh, yes, Nicole, all right. Always super patient and loves to help everyone out. She's the best.
She is. So kind and enthusiastic. Well, time for us to get going. Let's head out.
This should be one of the closest places to Natlan in all of Sumeru. There's the barrier Nicole and Nefer mentioned. It completely cuts this nation off from the others. But why? Why separate you from the rest of the world now, specifically? And if I'm not mistaken, Irminsul was polluted once before, wasn't it?
I'm wondering the same thing myself.
That voice. Moika, you got here pretty quickly.
Hello, traveler. It's been a while.
Hello there.
Hello, Dendro Archon.
Moika, I apologize for asking you to meet at the border on such short notice. I also apologize for not being able to greet you in person. The form in which you see me now is one carried by the Traveler. The real me is inside the mausoleum of King Deshret, and I am reaching out to you with my mind from here. Irminsul has been infiltrated by the Doctor. We must be on our guard, as he can spy on information in the world from within the tree. Fortunately, there is no record of the Traveler in Irminsul, and you are still within Natlan's borders.
My records will be preserved in the Night Kingdom, rather than the ley lines. As long as the Night Kingdom remains disconnected from the ley line cycle, the Doctor has no way of knowing my movements.
Exactly.
So by meeting each other in this way, the meeting essentially never happened. No wonder Paimon didn't come. You were concerned that her activity would be recorded by Irminsul. The Natlanese have heard about the situation in Sumeru. With the borders sealed off, merchants have been forced to stop their shipments. It's pretty serious, and you're the ones bearing the brunt of it.
I'd like to address the question you raised at the beginning. I can offer a brief explanation, although it will sound rather cruel. I don't reach this conclusion gladly, but Irminsul predates the heavenly principles. It existed long ago, when the dragons of Natlan were at the height of their power. So even when the people of Sumeru became ill because of pollution, it was not a critical issue from the perspective of Irminsul itself. As long as it continues to function normally, the barrier will not be activated. But this time, the Doctor's invasion has directly affected the tree. That is what caused the barrier to deploy. The heavenly principles established a rule that when Irminsul is plunged into grave danger, a portion of power will be reserved to isolate Sumeru. That way, even if Sumeru is destroyed, the outside world at least has some time to catch its breath.
We'd certainly need it.
The heavenly principles created almost everything that exists in Teyvat today. To them, preserving the existence of the world and its inhabitants takes priority over protecting Sumeru.
Meaning, protecting Sumeru now falls to you.
Yes. My own power may be limited, especially compared to yours. But that doesn't mean that we're just gonna sit around and wait for the end. If necessary, I will utilize any and every means at my disposal.
Nicole of the Hexen Circle didn't say exactly what this meeting was about. But after hearing everything you've said so far, I think I can guess where this is going.
That's right. Nahida and I discussed it at length. We both know how presumptuous this is, but...
You need the Pyrognosis, don't you?
Yes, you guessed correctly. Originally, I only intended to borrow it, but the situation is far graver than I foresaw. So instead, what I ask of you is to please give the Pyrognosis to Sumeru.
Why do you sound so nervous? There's no need to be shy.
Surely a gnosis is pretty important to a god.
I guess, but it's not as if losing it would suddenly render us powerless. But I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that. With all the nations you've traveled to, and all the gods you've met, you must have realized that by now. As far as I'm concerned, a gnosis is basically an elemental energy enhancer. But I don't usually use it. You know me. I like to think I'm pretty strong without it.
Yeah. Not about to dispute that.
So you see, you don't need to sweat it. Here, take the Pyrognosis.
Just like that?
Uh-huh, just like that. To tell the truth, I've always toyed with the idea of giving it to someone who needs it more than I do. I know you accompanied Nahida here to try and increase the chance of success. It's a good thing you did, because your involvement is one of the main reasons you've managed to persuade me.
Are you sure about this? Handing over your gnosis just because of me?
I won't try to quantify it, but trust me, handing over the gnosis to Tumaini is far from the craziest idea I could think of. Besides, even if you hadn't come here personally, I think I still would have agreed to Nahida's request. Irminsul doesn't just affect Sumeru. It impacts all of Teyvat. I know all too well how difficult it can be to protect the things you care about. So logically, morally, or however you want to cut it, helping you is the right thing to do. You don't need to tell me the specifics of your plan. Where the gnosis is involved, the tighter the secrecy, the higher your chances of success.
Moika, my heartfelt thanks go to you and the people of Naplan.
Don't mention it. But now for the hard part. How do I actually give it to you? The Irminsul barrier is right in the way.
I have an idea.
Just as I thought.
Incredible. What did you do?
Just made a lucky guess. This seems to happen quite a lot. Things that apply to everyone else don't seem to apply to me. I figured the same might be true here.
Irminsul usually produces effects based on the records it holds. Since the Traveler is a descender, Irminsul contains no records of her, and thus has no way to impede her.
Is that right? You really are full of surprises. Catch.
Whoa! Thank you, Moika. Thank you for trusting us with something so important.
All right. No need to get so formal. It's not like we're strangers. Besides, there's still one problem. You might be able to pass through the barrier, but I don't know about the Gnosis. Any other surprises for us, Traveler?
Let me try something. I have the Pyrognosis in my hand. It feels strangely ordinary, not particularly heavy. And yet, this tiny thing symbolizes the mighty authority of a god. I need to think hard about my memories of Pyro. My memories of journeying through Natlan. All those important experiences I've had.
The Gnosis disappeared. Traveler, are you alright?
I'm fine. The Pyrognosis disappeared into my body, just like phlogiston.
Maybe it resonates with you because you've mastered the power of phlogiston. You might not be recorded in the ley lines, but you're still our Tumini.
Whew.
Please allow me to express my gratitude once again, Malika.
Pleasure. Well, I've given you all the help I can. The rest is up to you. Good luck.
We won't let you down.
Yeah, we aren't about to lose.
Traveler, Paimon, how are you feeling?
Paimon's a teensy bit nervous, but only a teeny tiny bit. Seems like she's gotten way braver over the last few years, huh?
Of course. After all the adventures you've had with the Traveler, I'm sure you've gained a lot of experience and grown as a person.
I'm doing all right. What about you, Nahida? How are you holding up?
With the negative effects of Irminsul, I am a bit like a piece of fruit that's been burrowed into by hungry insects and left to rot. I'd be lying if I said it was nothing. But please don't worry. We all know what we're getting into, and we've prepared as well as we can. I believe in everyone. I believe in you. And I believe in myself. Stoking the fire inside oneself is certainly one way to live, but knowing when to rely on one's companions is also a form of great wisdom. I've been quietly learning little things from everyone, like plucking tufts of fur from a sumpter beast.
Me too. With the constant traveling, I'm always learning and growing. That's the journey of life.
I think there's someone else here who would share that sentiment.
Don't worry about what I think. I was just passing by and happened to overhear your conversation.
What are you talking about, Hat Guy? This is the top floor. No one passes by the top floor.
Says who? You can fly just like I can. I would have thought it makes sense to you of all people.
I don't know why, but I feel a little more relaxed now.
It shows that you feel comfortable laying down your burdens in our presence. It means that Sumeru is a place you can trust, where you know we have your back. And we feel exactly the same way around you. That's what it means to be friends.
finally done. Ugh, but I have a nagging feeling that there's something I've forgotten. Oh, there you are. Everything wrapped up on your end? Okay, fair enough. That was a pointless question. We were working in tandem, after all.
You must really be exhausted.
Well, it's been a busy day for both of us.
When work ends, you clock out. No looking back.
Yeah, we're definitely due a break. Probably a little late to start drinking now, though. I'll stick with water. Here, this one's for you.
Thanks.
You want a bite to eat? I can grab us something. Or wait, I think there's a stove nearby. Let me take a look.
Are you nervous?
A little, yeah. Unlike you, it seems. How are you not feeling at all nervous?
Because everything that happens next is beyond my individual control. I don't worry about things I cannot influence.
What do you mean, cannot influence? You're the one who came up with half of the strategies we ended up using.
There's only so much I can do. I was only doing my duty.
Was it like this last time, too?
You mean with Azar and his accomplices? Yes and no. The situation back then was easier to control, but we weren't as prepared as we are this time.
So the enemy is stronger, but so are we. I still vividly remember the way you interrogated me in the library after the fact. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
If your memory is so vivid, you might also recall that it was you who came looking for an argument. You're often the one who initiates these things, you know.
I came for a conversation! I didn't know it was gonna turn into an argument! Anyway, at least I showed up this time. So, what do you think?
What do I think? I think we're certainly better off for it.
It's good having me around to help out, huh?
Absolutely. As a citizen of Sumeru, you displayed a remarkable sense of responsibility in the face of disaster.
Certainly feels that way. I just shudder to think how the world would have ended up if we hadn't gotten control of the situation. So, do you think this is what impending disaster looks like? The sky is so clear, and there isn't a whiff of decay or destruction in the air. It's hard to imagine that the fall of humanity could happen on an ordinary day like this.
Awful things happen all the time. Sometimes people can stop them, and sometimes they can't. What you and I have done is increase our chances of stopping this one.
Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism, but perhaps little decisions can. Oh, nothing. It's nothing. I hope everything works out tomorrow.
It will. As long as we stick to the plan, our chances of success are good.
It's really strange. You're my junior, yet you always seem to act more like an upperclassman than I do.
I think it's mostly a matter of temperament.
Ugh. Walked right into that one, didn't I?
We'll make our move after sunrise tomorrow.
Good. Is everything ready?
As much as possible.
That'll be enough. Don't let the pressure get to you. We'll take things one step at a time. That's how we've always done it.
Master Tainari! Mr. Saito! So this is where you were. I brought some juice and some water. Would you like some?
I know how easily you get dehydrated in the desert, so you should definitely have some water. In which case, I'll have the juice.
I gotta ask, though. Who's on juice-making duty at a time like this?
Madame Farazan said she was feeling a little nervous, so I told her about the automatic juicer my friend invented. She took it right off me and started making carton after carton of juice.
A juicer? Did Sucrose send that to you?
Yeah, I hadn't had the chance to try it out before this incident occurred, but I couldn't bear to leave it behind in Gandharvaville.
The juice is very sweet.
I think so too.
Kale, how are you feeling?
Physically, I'm okay, but it just still feels strange to me. Why would a great power like this come to someone like me?
I know the feeling well. That same question ran through my mind every day as a kid.
At least now, you have someone who can relate to you.
All the more reason that you should apply for Spontamod. Tighnari fiercely opposes the idea, though.
Those two things are completely unrelated.
What are we all chatting about, Would anyone like any juice? Oh, you have some already. I had some earlier, ma'am. Maybe give the extra to someone else? Very well, very well. I shall be off then.
There's this enormous power, and then there's little old you. You feel like there's no connection between the two. And that sense of dissonance is difficult to get used to.
Yeah. But after all this time, I can't believe this stuff still gets to me sometimes. Makes me feel a little childish.
Kale, just because we normally keep the conversation light doesn't mean we can't discuss deeper issues. I don't think it's childish at all. You were the victim of a terrible crime. It's normal to struggle with the fallout from it. You have absolutely nothing to be ashamed of.
My professor once told me that no incident can be considered truly resolved until the victim says it's over. Your rage and your pain are completely justified.
Thanks. Miss Nicole said that the same god remains which were once used to inflict so much pain upon me have now become a weapon with which I can protect everyone. It's like my own personal kind of evolution. Every innocent person who's been hurt needs time to realize that it wasn't their fault. I was the same. But it's all about to be over. Tomorrow, it ends for good.
I don't know if you've noticed, but you rarely stumble over your words anymore, and your outlook has become much more positive. It's a big change from how you used to be.
And since this isn't over, you can settle the matter on your own terms. It's time you seized back control. I believe in you.
Yeah, Sumiro is my home, and it's so important to me. I have to protect it. No, I will protect it.
And once you're done, how about you come back and apply for Spontamod?
Stop it with the sales pitch, would you?
Hey, excuse me. There are still 3 unclaimed cups of juice here. Why don't you take one each? Ugh, my arms are getting sore from carrying them around everywhere.
Madame Farazan, why are you... Here, let me take them off your hands.
Thank you, Madame Farazan.
Drink up and enjoy my handiwork. I think I'm going to make something else now instead.
Please, try to relax, Madame Farazan. Your nerves are starting to get the better of you.
I know, I know.
Something on your mind, Miss Nefer?
Nothing in particular. It's just... right now the future feels strange and unfamiliar.
But the future has not yet arrived. How can you say how it feels?
Some people know that there's an impending disaster, Others remain blissfully unaware. Each group is imagining an entirely different future while walking towards the same one. But when people are shaped by their circumstances, different circumstances create people with different perspectives.
I've always found the perspective of the Vahumana Darshan to be a particularly incisive one.
Even at the height of the crisis in Nodcry, people held diverging opinions. But things are different this time.
Indeed. Regardless of faith, gender, wealth, skin color, or eye color, everyone in Sumeru knows what will happen tomorrow.
The world has never been an especially fair place. Yet now, against all odds, a moment of unprecedented unity and equality is about to take place. It's fascinating. If only my father could have lived to see this era.
Era. To me, that term represents a much greater span of time. It can be an unsettling word. I would even say I'm afraid of it.
Do angels even feel fear?
Yes, at least I do. I fear the gap that grows wider with each passing day, and the never-ending flow of time. Time renders all memories insignificant and reduces all splendor to nothing. But those memories are the one thing I do not want to lose.
You're very human in that regard.
If angels draw too close to humanity, our wings burn away in the bright flame of awareness, and we fall to the earth. After spending so long among humans, I have lost much of my former glory.
Maybe that's a good thing. You're more human than some humans are.
I've been talking to Kale a lot in recent days. We seem to be in completely opposite situations. I suppose that makes us good case studies for comparison.
Case studies for who?
Myself, I suppose. After comparing the two of us, I suddenly discovered that I desired more than before. It was a gentle, pleasant sensation. Just as most people pursue glory and miracles, I too am pursuing miracles of my own. Guiding humans to make the miracles in their hearts a reality. That is my miracle. It doesn't sound so bad, does it?
Look at the time. I should head back. I'm so sorry. I was in a hurry and didn't look where I was going. Are you all right?
I'm fine. Wait, you're...
Have we met?
Not exactly. I think we may have crossed paths by the house of Dana before.
Oh. You're Hat Guy! From Vahumana, right?
You recognize me?
The clue's in the name, Mr. Hat Guy.
Fair point.
It's getting pretty late. What's keeping you up?
I could ask you the same question. If I'm not mistaken, all the workload for the Ratawa Darshan wrapped up a good while ago.
Well, I have something of a background in Satyavada life, so I was helping the Dendro Archon make some preparations. But I must have lost track of time.
Did you find the experience enlightening at all?
Honestly, it was tedious and uneventful at first. But eventually, I think I did sense some profound truths. But they also brought a lot of suffering with them.
I was told that I even shed tears while I was meditating, though I have no idea why. Sorry. I hope I'm not scaring you.
Not at all. It just proves you're very accomplished in your research. Good night. I wish you all the best for tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. You too.
Too bad we've got a fight tomorrow. I could really do with a stiff drink.
Let us pray instead.
Prayer. How nostalgic.
Lord Sangama Bay. Came to get some fresh air too, did ya?
That's right. Actually, I was hoping I might run into you, Dia. I wanted to let you know that I've stocked up on that perfume you said you were so fond of.
No, really? I'll take 2. Any chance of a friends and family discount?
I knew you'd ask that. And I'm afraid to say that... Surprise! It's free of charge.
That's very generous of you, Lord Sangama Bay. Does this mean you've made a fortune in Nodcry?
Nope. Turns out, it's not that easy to turn a profit there. I even ran some assorted losses. But anyway, that has nothing to do with why I wanted to give you and Dia a small gift. Remember that merchant caravan you two rescued in the desert last month? That was transporting my goods!
No way! I had no idea that was your shipment. Explains the, eclectic mix of goods, though.
Lord Sangama Bay's investment in the desert and generous stockpiling of goods has helped many people over the years. The shelters you funded especially have made life a little easier for the children and the elderly.
Wait, how did you know about that? Oh, I see. Nefer told you, didn't she? Ugh, that pesky lady. Aren't intel brokers at least supposed to charge for divulging people's secrets?
She and Candace go way back. It's normal for close friends to share things you wouldn't tell to everyone else.
Sure, but why did they have to be things about me?
That's how Nefer shows that she cares. She wishes for all of us to know what a generous person you truly are.
It must be hard trying to make a living far away from home. Just because we can tell what kind of person you are doesn't mean everyone else can.
Well, maybe her intentions were partly good, but I don't think that's the full story. I'm sure she enjoyed knowing how much it would annoy me. I'm telling you, Nefer's got a mean streak.
Definitely with you on that. Does praying help you stay calm?
Defending one's home is a just cause. My heart is filled with a mix of anger and hope.
Anger. You know, being able to get angry is a good thing. It shows that you're in touch with the real world, and that you have the passion to pursue something you believe in.
Oh, my lady? What are you doing out here?
Just taking a walk to clear my head, and look where I ended up. Were you praying just now?
Yes, Miss Dunyarzad. Would you like to join us?
Come on, it's fine. She won't mind who you pray to.
Oh, then sure.
I remember you, Miss Dunyarzad. You visited my shop before. If I recall correctly, the god you worship is the Dendro Archon, correct?
That's right. She is such a gentle and kind god. But to me, she's more than just a god I worship. I see her more as a friend. And so do many others. She's not some almighty god who reigns on high, but a genuine friend.
Agreed. She's a wise teacher and a good friend.
I spoke with several people during the evacuation. Everyone's aware that tomorrow's battle is one that ordinary people can join too. A battle to fight for our friends and our homeland. Oh, it makes me glad. I can finally do something for those who protected me.
You've grown so much since we first met.
Oh, a compliment? Ooh, more please. Thank you.
My lady, you've always been a remarkably strong and ambitious person. It's indisputable. And that's not just a compliment. It's a statement of fact. What are you praying for?
Our beliefs may not be entirely the same, but we both wish for the same thing.
I pray that everyone will rise to the challenges ahead and return safe and sound.
I pray for the safe return of all my companions.
At the mausoleum of King Deshret.
I have not felt this way in a long time. Standing up high, gazing out at the rolling dunes. One cannot know what freedom truly means without first losing it.
The golden slumber truly lives up to its name as a dreamland. Though desert sands exist there too, no mirage, no matter how glorious, can compare to true beauty.
Dendro Archon, what is on your mind?
I was wondering whose counsel I should seek on the questions in my heart.
What kind of questions?
So many. More than can be put into words. As I once said to a friend, we look, we see, and we comprehend. But the question still troubles us. What are the many disasters that this world faces but the sum of all irresolvable questions?
The biggest question you should be asking is how to seize victory.
Yes. Although, I would express it differently. I must not fail. And so the question I am most curious about now is whether the path to victory will be an arduous one.
What we declare to be a young sapling, we may, in fact, find to be a towering tree. If we would only cast aside our ignorance and look beyond the veil of time to see her true form.
Nahida! We're here!
Just in time. My preparations are almost complete.
Ready when you are.
We're here too.
Miss Nicole! Miss Nicole! You run so fast! I thought I'd get a lot of exercise as a forest ranger, but I can barely keep up with you.
Sorry, I got a little carried away.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, the equipment is ready, and the modifications to Aru are all complete.
As discussed during our meeting,
Accessing Irminsul via the Akasha is no longer feasible at this stage. There are other options, it's just they're a little more extreme and more technologically demanding to implement. Maybe you should take it from here.
The architecture and functionality of the Akasha terminals overlap considerably with Aru. There is reasonable evidence to suggest that one was developed based on the other, or that they both utilize technology of the same origin. As long as the transplant and merge operation succeeds, Aru should theoretically work on a scale greater than the Akasha and approximately equal to Irminsul. It will become the largest active computing device in all of Teyvat. A system this powerful is capable of a lot of different things. In the past, the Akasha was primarily used for one-way information transmission, but I suspect it could also serve as a central bridging hub. In the pursuit of greater knowledge, some scholars have attempted to connect their consciousness to Irminsul through the use of terminals, incense, and meditation.
Correct. In academic language, scholars who reach that stage are said to have entered Satyavata life. Hypatia has performed this practice many times in the past, and she was once under my care for a period of time.
Right. And this at least proves that there is a zone within Irminsul that can be connected to.
That's right. Providing wisdom to the people is one of the very reasons for Irminsul's existence. I think I understand where you're going. Please, continue.
In that case, I'll skip to the conclusion then. We need to further modify Aru, merge it with the Akasha, manufacture terminals, and distribute them to every single person we can reach.
Every person? Even the desert folk?
Yes, everyone.
I've already calculated the amount of raw materials we need.
So you mean we're going to get new Akasha terminals?
Yes, but this time the people of Sumeru won't be using them to acquire knowledge, just to connect to Irminsul. That's the key.
When we evacuated the city, we brought all the important assets from the House of Dana, in case we ended up needing them. Fortunately, this included the Akasha system's main terminal. We've checked all the relevant records, and one thing is certain. Nothing like this has ever been done on this scale before, so...
Everyone in Sumeru is part of the plan. Whoever controls the people controls the situation.
Since this function of Irminsul was introduced, it has only ever been made available to scholars, who don't constitute a particularly large group of people. But by expanding the scale to include all the people of Sumeru, all the individual connections will stack up to create a significant load on the system. Under normal circumstances, Irminsul would be able to cope with the additional load. But with it already being under strain from other activities, its remaining capacity is limited. Thus, it might be possible to shut it down completely by overloading it. Counting down. 3, 2, 1.
Are you ready?
Ready!
sought knowledge, they turned to the Tree of Wisdom. Today, we use it to save Sumeru and the whole world. These boughs that nurtured learning must not become tools for destroying the world.
Transformation.
You would shut down Irminsul just to stop me? You fools. I have all the time in the world.
What a display of true courage! The courage to think and the courage to act! I never thought I would witness the shutdown of Irminsul with my own eyes. Perhaps this is human wisdom in action?
Indeed, only humans could do such a thing. Gods are few and far between.
What was once created for spreading knowledge is now used for another purpose. A rather ingenious plan.
I am grateful to you three for your help. Only thanks to you were we able to extend Aru's interference capabilities to cover all terminals. Now, nobody who wears a terminal will have their activity accurately tracked by Irminsul. No matter how many eyes Dottore possesses, he will not be able to see us clearly. Now for the next step. I will need the help of your supreme powers once again.
How might we be of service, Lord of Dendro?
I need to reach the Eternal Oasis immediately.
Right now?
In that case, Ibis King, would you agree that this is a fine opportunity to dust off our old tricks?
Never. I assume you have that chess set with you?
You mean the one you gave to me as a gift? Asking for it back, are you?
How could I? You misjudge me. I just wanted to show you another way you can use it. Connect to Safei Shatranj.
Safei Shatranj? You mean that place in the desert?
Thoth's chess set gains its power from the chessboard laid out in the desert by King Deshret and ourselves. All ceremonies conducted using the chess set must be activated via Safei Shatranj. In other words, the chess set is an extension of the chessboard. In the past, moving a chess piece was a sacred and momentous act.
Transfer initiated. Entering live combat mode.
We haven't heard a single word from our spy in the desert. I'm afraid he might have been captured.
Never mind.
But we spent years turning him. And a lot of Mora.
Nothing comes for free in this world, but the loss is not without its purpose. For a small price, we have wasted a precious amount of the limited time they have. Quite a bargain, if you ask me.
Understood.
Weighing profit against loss is a necessary part of life. But to tell the truth, I have been operating at a loss since this all began. Since many centuries ago, in fact. For instance, why would a banker act as the executor of a will? If you hadn't deposited your personal belongings at Northland Bank, I would have no reason to be here right now. Dottore, I've placed your final data backup into the ley lines as per our contract. I trust we are now square for the safe deposit fees you paid.
Is it not a little petty to split hairs like this, given our amicable relationship?
I consider sound bookkeeping a matter of principle.
Do not forget that you only live to see this day thanks to me. In fact, every day of your life since you met me, you've been living on borrowed time.
Why, that's hardly a fair assessment. I will concede that my survival was perhaps at your whim, but I became a harbinger on my own merits. Managing money is not like other professions. Mine is not a role I could have acquired based on your recommendation alone, and certainly not one I could have lasted so long in without genuine ability.
The information stored in the ley lines is quite comprehensive. Rest assured, I have not forgotten how strong your pride is. Well, I presume you have no sense of fragmentation while talking with me.
How could anything possibly go wrong with such strict measures in place? The remainder of your soul was split in two, with one half sent to Nodcry and the other stored in the most secure vault of the Northland Bank. Though I must say, your disdain for the other segments is quite amusing. Zandik is you, and you are Zandik. Zandik created the segments, yet you, a segment yourself, reject him.
That is, Zandik, created segments of various ages in his later years. To achieve this, he had to freeze time and part with a portion of his soul. But as constructive as it sounds, it erases my uniqueness. If each segment is equally me, then by the same token, none of them are truly me. A soul living forever in the past inevitably holds different views than he did in his later years. The same thing that completes me also restricts me. You too might ask yourself which stage of your life you want to be preserved at. The day your business failed? Or the day you were framed by a gang and sold off to a medical lab as a test subject?
We needn't dredge up the past.
This undesirable plan was eventually scrapped. Lesser Lord Kusanali was quite right. I needed an opportunity to eliminate myself. And after that, I concluded that there was no more effective plan than directly splitting the soul. Once the soul is transferred out, you will find that creating a physical body is far simpler than creating a puppet.
The other half of your soul suffered a crushing defeat in Nodcry, you know.
And yet in the process, I obtained the information I always wanted, did I not? Because now we finally know where the best testing ground truly lies.
I once thought your ultimate goal was to ascend to godhood. But as it turns out, that was merely one of your experiments.
Experiments take many forms. Most people are too eager for success, too fixated on the end goal. They forget that the experimental process itself is just as important. A suspiciously vacant seat, a new face. I trust you can put two and two together. The reason it doesn't exist is because someone tampered with the record.
What can I say? After all your efforts, you really did uncover the world's secrets. So, is the new world you promised a lie?
No, it never was. I am glad to be able to control Irmin's soul from within. Now I shall attempt to create a new world inside the existing one. Almost everyone faces the prospect of death, but not a single person has ever been able to experiment unrestrained in the afterlife through sheer force of will. I am the only one to have overcome this enormous challenge. Would I not be letting the world down if I didn't make the most of the opportunity to experiment?
Clearly, the dividing of your soul did not affect the magnitude of your ego. Out of all the versions of you that have ever existed, this you is the most insane and the most radical.
Is that why you chose to work with me? Which was it then? My insanity? Or my radicalism?
Could I call myself a venture capitalist without a suitably ambitious plan to invest in? Yours happened to fit the bill quite perfectly.
Well then, I must say, while I am surprised enough that you showed up at all, what surprises me more is that you chose to present yourself as my former subordinate, and not as the banker Pantalone.
Why make things harder than they need to be? Exposing my true identity in a situation like this would only serve to destroy diplomatic relations between Snezhnaya and Sumeru. I daren't imagine the consequences. Showing up in the name of the original antagonist gives you the recognition you rightly deserve, while also being sensitive to Snezhnaya's predicament. It was an easy win. As for why I'm here, if you're suggesting that your credit is in the negative, I won't argue with that. Many people say that about you.
I'd argue that a significant factor in your willingness to cooperate is the fact that you have but a few years of life left after my death. living and dying together has a way of binding two parties together rather closely. Is it not true that a relationship should be judged by both the positive and negative returns it yields?
So some of what I said actually made it into your head after all. It's true that I hope you don't die too soon, but don't you find that a strange thing for me to say? After all, you've already had quite a long life. Especially for a human being.
Let's not pretend that you're any more innocent than I am. Are we not the same in this regard? We both despise the existing laws of this world, and neither of us enjoy being under anyone else's control.
Is it really so greedy to want the world to operate by a new set of rules?
Of course not, my dear friend. And as I've said before, mutual interest is the foundation for the most reliable of relationships. You...
I just hope there never comes a day when I have to work too hard to prove that.
Regrader, sir. People have been spotted approaching Sumeru City.
How strange. Despite your access to Irminsol's data, it appears the soldiers noticed before you did. They must have found a workaround. Well, Dottore, I trust you know what this means. The fact is...
They're coming. They'll breach the city gates any moment now.
But even so, I would say Irminsol is a wonderfully convenient thing on the whole. If you do manage to create a new world, perhaps you could plant one outside my office, too.
I'll consider it.
What do you need me to do? Stall them?
The experiment will take time. Stall them for as long as possible.
Very well. But you're really asking for the moon here. Have you heard this story? There was once a guilty man, kneeling in the center of a church while an angry mob outside waited to bring him to justice. He pleaded with the gods, begging them to grant him one final request, the chance to finish confessing his sins before he was sentenced. Many suns and moons passed, seasons changed, and still his confession continued, as if he intended to speak until the end of time.
Are you suggesting I worship you as a god? Or were you hoping that I might confess my sins to you?
Certainly not the latter. That would make my life miserable indeed.
For someone who despises them so, you never seem to have any objections to me creating or becoming one. At first, I thought you'd be furious.
Concerned I would terminate our partnership, were you?
Not at all. You had reasons why our partnership must continue.
Don't you find people's attitudes toward gods amusing? A god descends from the heavens and people worship it unreservedly, blindly following whatever rules are given to them. And yet, when they see an ordinary person gain godlike levels of power by virtue of their own hard work, they treat him with nothing but suspicion, even if he is a compatriot.
Is that supposed to be a compliment?
No. I was just thinking. I pity the man who would call you a compatriot.
There's no need to be so self-critical. I know it's a little late in the day to be asking this, but how have you been keeping?
I'm flattered that you would take the time out of your busy schedule to consider my well-being, Doctor. The part of your soul that went to Nodcry caused quite a stir, sending our organization back to the drawing board on numerous fronts. It was quite a headache for everyone involved.
Dear me, I must have caused you no end of trouble.
You certainly did. I had the rare honor of being summoned before the Tsaritsa with Pulcinella to answer for myself. A terrifying ordeal. Don't worry, I pulled through. At most, it's a public relations nightmare. I made sure of that.
Now I'm curious. How did you explain yourself?
Oh, it was quite simple. I just pinned the blame on someone who wasn't there to defend himself. I could hardly be expected to defy the demands of someone as insistent as the Second Harbinger, now could I?
How you slander me. You know full well that I am perfectly amenable to reason. There's no question that you are partly to blame for the ruin of my reputation over the years. Do you have anything lined up for when this is all over?
Hard to say. Field work always takes quite a toll on me, as you know. Once I'm back at Snezhnaya, I'll start with a well-earned cigarette.
Why are you so eager to ruin your lungs after I went to the trouble of replacing them for you?
If you have an issue with it, feel free to try to stop me. What's on your mind?
The limits of humanity. It's a pity. Despite running countless calculations, I find there is simply no way to reduce any further the amount of one's soul required to sustain an individual.
It's rare to hear you admit to being unable to achieve something.
I beg to differ. For instance, as I've told you before, the original me was prone to motion sickness and couldn't make long train rides.
Ah, yes, of course. One of the reasons you often sent yourself out on errands. What are you thinking about now?
A new experiment. In the event that my soul was depleted, say we extracted my data from someone else's memories, yours for instance, and then combined it with your intact soul as the base material, what would we create?
Such a scenario would be impossible.
Oh?
As long as your current soul survives, there will be no need to create a new individual. Don't forget, you were the one who approved of the present situation wherein only one Dottore remains. And if you ceased to exist, who would be capable of performing this experiment?
Since the day I met you, you've always excelled at talking your way out of a quandary.
Isn't it a little too early to be saying goodbye? Not that I wish to keep you from your business, of course. Very well. Let's leave the conversation there for now.
The power of King Deshret's 7 pillars is truly remarkable. With just a chessboard, you can move an entire unit across the material plane.
Yeah, sets us up for a much easier fight. Really makes my day. The last time we stormed the city, it involved a lot more running around.
I wonder how many people can say they stormed a city twice in their lifetime.
I was just thinking that. I've definitely had more than my fair share of unusual experiences in my life.
This is my first time here, actually. We never usually leave Gandharvaville.
I hope this will be my last time.
Does everyone have to chime in? Can't we just fight?
What an amusing comment, my dear lady. Yet humans often alleviate tension via small talk, do they not?
Whoa! Why is Candace's shield talking?
Because the image on her shield is one of me. And I, of course, can appear wherever I wish to.
Well, la-di-da. Isn't that fancy? Could I get in on this?
You wish for your gauntlet to speak? Why, certainly.
Ahem. I think you'll find that it is I whose image is carved hereupon.
Thanks. Definitely feel stronger now.
You're welcome, my lady. I am glad to lend you my power.
Sino, what's the situation?
There are troops stationed at every entrance. As we expected. A frontal assault will suffice. Everyone, stick to the plan. We'll take the main entrance. You head for the House of Dana's side door. Move out.
my way! Take this! Watch out! Get lost! Thank you, Jet. You gotta be more careful. If you're not ready to put your life on the line, you can't be certain of defeating your opponent.
She's right. Keep your wits about you, Rana.
On your soul! Guilty! Your penance is due! You stand condemned! Take them out and secure the harbor. Reinforcements will arrive by water. Let's move.
Consider it done.
Show no mercy.
Through me, justice is served. Your penance is due. I'm used to it. You stay condemned.
Yield.
You need to hurry up!
Pin them down! Grant us your blessing!
Feels clogged!
Gloves off! Look alive! Hi!
Winter shall eventually come.
Looks like we're in for a tough fight.
Do your work! Buckle up! Hear my prayer! You asked for it! Let's get it on!
Look who supports us.
Yield!
Surrender! Your sins weigh upon your soul. Your penance is due! Guilty! Waterway secured.
Brothers! Sisters!
Perfect. Just in time.
Welcome. Once we've linked up, we'll continue the advance.
The team has arrived at the north entrance, as planned.
Good. Press on.
Are you here to play? Grant us your blessing! Please! You're dead meat! The more, the merrier!
What a waste of time! Your scalp!
We shall prevail!
Through me, justice is served. Your penance is due. You stand condemned. Guilty.
In death, a new cycle begins.
Gloves off!
Look out! It's an ambush!
Finally. We need to hurry. Take the middle road now.
Mahamacha Sino, area clear.
Don't relax just yet. More Fatui approaching from the right.
Irminsul cannot track our movements. If necessary, we could split up.
Don't worry. We'll wipe them all out.
As you can see, our people came raring to go.
Good, good.
How are things with the Traveler? Can Tainari keep her safe?
Don't underestimate Tainari just because he's a forest watcher. He can handle it.
All right. You know that's not what I meant.
Sino and the reinforcements have drawn the Fatui's fire away. It's our turn. By using a cluster leaf of cultivation, we can pass through certain terrain silently.
Good luck with that. We'll just fly up there.
Huh? Oh, yeah. I forgot she could fly.
Ready?
Ready.
Enshroud!
Squall and Fury.
One with the forest. Enshroud! I hear everything!
Cry louder! You're dead! Quit following!
One with the forest!
So quiet.
Fatui soldiers up ahead.
Careful.
Prepare for battle.
Hey! There's people over there.
You have some nerve showing your faces here in the center of Sumeru City.
You're right on schedule.
Well, this guy sure as heck isn't your average Fatui sergeant.
I have stationed quite a few people nearby. It definitely looks like they were waiting for us. But something feels off. Everything about this guy feels too deliberate. I highly doubt he's just a subordinate of Dottores. And he's no mere sergeant. Whatever his rank is, it's high. Much higher than we thought. So you've been waiting for us. But it looks like you're geared up for a conversation, rather than a battle.
Very clever, General Mahamatra Sino. I know you're the one in charge of this siege, and I look forward to making a deal with you.
A siege? Sumeru City belongs to us!
Historically, yes. But things can always change. We have quite a sizable force with us, you know. For instance...
There's a Fatui ambush at the north gate.
Can you handle him?
We can for now.
Yes, I'm quite sure both sides can hold their ground for the time being. The battle has not yet reached its climax. But what happens next? Do you enjoy watching bloodshed? Surely some of those here are people you count as friends. Once a war begins, some people must die. I doubt you wish that fate upon anyone you know.
Wait a second. It's a trick. He's not even there. Silence!
He disappeared. What was that? A ghost?
Curses! He was never there to begin with. That was just a shadow projected there to lure us in.
Enough talk! Attack!
I apologize for being unable to accompany you at this crucial moment, but I am compelled to leave for reasons beyond my control. Please excuse me. Sumeru's General Mahamatra is quite ruthless. It's a good thing I wasn't there in person.
Your illusion held them up for a time just fine. But now that they have seen through it, they will realize you were just a decoy.
Decoy or not, what matters now is that they will be heading your way imminently.
Not imminently. They are already here.
Keep up.
We made it!
This is far enough. Tainari, you go help Sino. Don't worry about us. We'll manage from here.
Are you sure you don't need me to stand guard?
No need. Once the connection is established, we'll disappear from the Sanctuary of Surasthana. Go help the others.
All right. Goodbye for now, then. Please tread carefully.
Now where's the interface Nahida mentioned? Come on, where's it hiding?
Found it. It's over here. We can connect to the inside of Irminsul through the Sanctuary of Surasthana's built-in security system. You should be pretty familiar with the process.
Is it the same route as last time?
For the most part. We don't need to adjust any of the parameters.
Then I should be fine.
And Paimon? Once you're both ready, we'll set off.
Wait! The stakes are way higher this time, right? Maybe Paimon should stay outside and help the others. Then, you can focus on the fight without having to worry about Paimon! Huh? Why are you staring at me like that?
It's nothing. I just suddenly realized how much you've grown.
Hey, you've grown quite a lot yourself. Don't you two start getting into it again.
Well, anyway, Paimon thinks she's pretty knowledgeable. Who's the best guide in Tavatigan? And don't forget, Paimon's a college student now.
If we say Alhatham's not a weirdo, it's hard to explain how he came up with the idea of you applying to the academia. But for all that he counts, you're doing surprisingly well in your studies.
She just goes to show how important it is to have someone supporting you. not the only one. Let's not forget that you only became a student because of Nahida's personal recommendation.
That's fair. I have learned a lot in Sumeru. Oh yeah. Did you ever come up with that ugly nickname you promised me?
What? No way! We're friends now! Paimon gave up on giving you one ages ago. Anyway, isn't Hat Guy enough of a nickname for you?
Fine. Suit yourself.
We need to go. Paimon, if you're staying, look after yourself.
Will do. Paimon's gonna link up with Tainari and Sino. You guys are the ones who need to be careful.
We will be. Bye for now.
Initiating connection. Well, here we are again. Come to think of it, I still don't even know where we're going.
Thanks to our terminals, it should be impossible for Irminsul to read. I can...
Don't tell me. Only you need to know. That way, whatever happens to me next, it won't affect your progress.
Listen to me. Your safety is just as important as mine. Don't even think about sacrificing yourself for the greater good. We came here together, and we're leaving together.
All right, if you insist. I won't argue with you.
This place looks so different from how I remember. It's unrecognizable. It's a complete mess, like someone's turned the place upside down.
Must be Dottoro's doing. Either he's searching for some information he needs, or...
It's still changing.
He has to know we've entered Irminsul. But luckily for us, he can't pinpoint our location. Be on your guard. Don't let him find us. The red parts have probably been corrupted by Dottoro's power. Don't touch them, or you might alert him. He's looking for us. Tread carefully. That wall could be a problem. Fortunately, it looks breakable. Give it a shot. Behold! Squall and Fury! Behold! The wind rises. Behold! Search forth! The same old trick again? Are you kidding me? Let's handle it just like we did before. This cheap trick isn't gonna stop us. Squall Fury! Behold! Squall Fury! Fury!
Oh no! It's...
A trap! Is that why he was using the same trick over and over again? To get us to lower our guard?
I'm trapped!
Why won't this thing budge?
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Nicole? Is that you?
Yes, it's me. I'm monitoring your progress from inside the Eternal Oasis, and I have to say, this terminal is simply marvelous. It makes tracking you so much easier. I couldn't see anything at first, but now that you two are inside, I can use your location with support from the terminals to get a partial view of the situation inside Irminsul. It's not the clearest image, but it's better than not being able to help at all. So I can't intervene directly, but I can help to guide you out of the jam you're currently in. So please, just follow my lead. Dottore in his current form is a blight upon both Irminsul and the ley lines. Pay attention to your surroundings. There must be sources of his contamination nearby. The corrupted information is his means of manipulating the environment. You must destroy them.
Is that one of them?
Precisely. Take it out. Good work. But we're not done yet. Stay close. And let's see if we can find any others like it nearby.
This must be another one.
Agreed. Now... Wait! Watch out!
It's Dottore. I think he's found us.
The seal is broken. Quick! Get out of there!
Too slow.
And where exactly do you think you can run to?
What is that?
Pursuers! That's gotta be it!
Run! Don't let that thing touch you!
Dodge that attack!
There's more than one path. Which way do we go?
To the left. Trust me.
Fleeing like vermin. What a pathetic sight.
Hey! Watch yourselves. Stay focused.
There's a cliff ahead! Jump!
More of those corruption sources. Destroy them as you did before, and open the exit as quickly as possible. They're relentless. Is he trying to wear us down? You'll just have to destroy these too. I think the pursuit is over.
Hard to say. Stay alert.
Whew. I think we've made it to relative safety.
Phew, goodness. That was tough.
You doing okay?
I'll be fine. Don't worry.
Take a short rest, and then...
Nicole? Nicole!
The connection's been cut. But that means...
Look at you supporting one another. How very touching.
Dottore!
Took you long enough to find us. You're more useless than I thought.
Oh, really? I think I deserve a little more credit for my methods than that. Rather than hunting you down, I chose to let you roam free. I indulged your presumption that I was unable to track your movements, played along with your clever little plan. Fleeing is for animals, but I rather enjoy watching you flee. Some things lose the will to run altogether as soon as you put them in a cage.
If that's true, then why did you come looking for us?
Because I wanted to observe you up close, of course. Don't misunderstand me, I'm not here for a fight. Is it so unusual that I wish to greet my old acquaintances in person? After all, it's been a while. Scaramouche. Why are you so afraid? I have done nothing unprecedented in discovering the truth. Nor did I go to any great lengths to uncover your story. You made a bold series of moves in deciding to erase yourself. And with the power of this great chronicling device called Irmin's Soul, you were able to achieve something quite remarkable. Once most people form an opinion about someone, it tends to imprison their mind. Yet you managed to erase every trace of your existence. A novel take on death indeed. However, this meant that you stood out to me all the more when I saw you in Nodcry. I didn't even have to go looking for you. Just the sight of you was enough for me to intuit the truth. For someone in my position, connecting the dots was a trivial affair. It would have been more surprising if I hadn't managed to piece it together.
You seem very pleased with yourself for figuring it out. I'm sure you'd even be more delighted to learn the full extent of your crimes.
That would hardly be necessary. Besides, isn't there something that concerns you more right now? Something that fills you with dread? Let me put your mind at ease. I have no intention whatsoever of restoring any of the records you deleted. For one thing, it would be exceptionally difficult. But more to the point, I doubt that the prospect of losing your current life is all that frightening to you. Because in your case... The cruelest twist of fate is that you'll never again have the chance to make up for any of your mistakes.
isn't it?
Dottore?
All here shall bend to my will.
Too slow.
Yeah!
Behold! That's far enough!
I'm afraid you'll need to do better than that to take me down. I expected you to have grown stronger. Ah, how foolish of me. I forgot that you lack any means to increase your power.
You will pay for everything you've done.
Oh, will I now?
Time to ignite!
Does the prospect of death amuse you?
I could ask you the same question! I'll distract Dottore. You focus on the mission.
Got it.
For the hopes and dreams of the masses.
Open the secret door on this enchanting night.
May wisdom's light eradicate ignorance and darkness, and hereby fulfill our ancient vow. Commence data extraction.
Cling to outdated ideals and stand in the way of progress. You will pay for interfering with the grandest experiment of all time.
Good timing.
Dottore, as clever as you are, you fail to understand wisdom. Wisdom takes many forms, but the path you have chosen eschews them all.
Huh. My strength is fading!
Since we're within Irminsul, it stands to reason that immortality will come.
You're extracting the information from Irminsul just to strip me of my power.
I will find his weakness.
Swarm Fury!
How?
I admire your attempt to introduce a new barrier, but it's nowhere near enough!
Behold!
A petty trick.
Everyone hold hands!
Let's try this. Muso no Hitokachi!
I see everything!
You won't just...
They're so close! Just hold on a little longer! I'll hold him up. Traveler, Hat Guy, the rest is up to you!
We certainly have a knack for surprising each other, don't we?
I'm just getting started.
It's time!
Say your prayers!
Stay on the offensive, but watch your back!
It's time!
Say your prayers!
Scorch and burn!
All before you! Blade of the primal blade!
Time to ignite!
Let's try this. Muso no Hitokachi!
Behold!
It's time!
Say your prayers! Quit following me.
Burn all before you! Blade of the primal blade!
How amusing. The wind rises. Upon the gale. Upon the gale.
Let's try this. Muso no Hitokachi!
It's time!
Say your prayers!
Burn all before you!
Scorch and burn!
Blade of the primal blade!
It's time!
Say your prayers!
Let's try this. Muso no Hitokachi!
Squall and Fury. Finally. Time for you to die. Excited?
Time for me to die?
It's time!
Say your prayers! Behold!
Primal blade!
You're dead!
Scorch and burn!
Let's try this. Muso no Hitotachi!
It's time!
Say your prayers! Swallow Fury!
That's enough!
It's all yours. Do with it as you see fit.
Just as you say, this world is home to some archaic things. And as you suppose, you are a formidable opponent. You have long coveted the secrets of wisdom. So now, I will demonstrate true wisdom in action. I invoke my supreme authority as the keeper of Irminsul. Commend me or condemn me. But give your verdict now!
Blessed One of Wisdom, Mahakusaladhama, are you certain that you wish to exercise your authority to destroy Irminsul? It represents both your roots and your finest accomplishments. You truly intend to abandon the very thing you have always fought for?
This is my decision. Irminsul has been corrupted beyond redemption.
Irminsul is the original tree of Tevat. It is the means by which the heavenly principles maintains fate itself. The 7 Archons should honor and revere it, for their authority was bestowed upon them by the heavenly principles.
It is precisely because I honor and revere it that I fight for the humanity it exists to protect. Wisdom is knowing how to weigh the options and make the right decision. If you truly care about the fortunes of this world, then it is me you should seek to preserve.
Planting a seed begins the chain of cause and effect. Since you have become a great tree yourself, why should the loss of another tree be anything to fear? Till we meet again, Lord of Dendro.
The first flame. The pure, cleansing fire.
Shall we?
Where were we?
I was suggesting that you needn't perform when signing a contract.
You're only sitting here because your bank demanded an evaluation of the trustee.
So you told a story about a young scholar from a merchant family in Sumeru?
I told a compelling tale, didn't I?
The post-expulsion story is far more captivating.
The human experiments or the elixir of immortality?
The part where you die.
Ah, yes. My favorite part.
The 35-year-old segment thought of himself as Dottore, reserving the name Zandik for the original specimen. Of all the segments, he was the most selfish. After his expulsion, Dottore searched for a new direction. He joined the Fatui, studied Elazar in great depth, secured resources. He was rather fortunate in his career. Zandik turned to Conrian technology and successfully created his segments. But this was not immortality. Even with backup segments, his body would still age. Still, thanks to Snezhnaya, Zandik found the ideal base for his experiments. Then a perfect partnership materialized at a crucial moment. The year that both parties realized they needed more time. Fortunately, Zandik succeeded. In a miraculous turn of events, he gained the extra time he needed.
I seem to recall it differently.
All right, it's true. No matter how much elixir he took, Zandik remained human and continued to age. Then, on the morning he turned 85...
Help me up! Call for help!
Surely he would be rescued, Zandik thought. But to his surprise, no one helped him. Zandik was too selfish for that.
Don't forget, you're one of us.
Yes, and we're all waiting.
Waiting for me to die.
Pantalone arrived for a meeting and happened to witness what followed. He found it unsettling.
I never said that.
But the Zandiks were unfazed. It was a rare opportunity for self-dissection.
What does all that have to do with you depositing your data at Northland Bank?
It has made me cherish my time in this world all the more.
Fair enough. So you do have a sense of self-preservation.
What do you mean?
You're hardly normal, and you don't cherish life. You just don't want to admit defeat in the limited time you have.
Even so, don't I deserve an interesting ending?
I'm counting on it.
If nothing else, I expect my funeral will be a grand affair indeed.
What a magnificent fire. In Snezhnaya, we light fires to ward off the cold. Fire, it seems, is antithetical to ideas such as cold, frozen, and unchanging.
Perhaps it has always been that way. From the beginning, fire has been used to drive away wild beasts and warm the body and mind. You could say it's a form of treatment. One that cures the human heart of mortal fear.
Mortal fear? Something you haven't been acquainted with in a long time, by the sounds of it.
Whereas you, I'm sure, must know the feeling quite well indeed. I remember when we first discussed the elixir of immortality, you claimed that extending your lifespan was about buying more time. But was that really the truth? You fear the prospect of dying a wretched end in this world, don't you?
Of course I do. I'm only human, after all. And while you may have forgotten it, you cannot deny that you too were once human, Dottore. I do not believe that there is no such fear in your heart.
Perhaps you are right. But I abandoned it long ago and devoted myself to my experiments. I have felt no fear since.
From the very beginning, I never thought you could win this game.
But still you came, contract in hand, to honor our agreement.
Because I am a reputable partner.
And as we have discussed, experiments are about more than results alone. The process is equally important. I have come here and completed my creation, and I do not regret my decision.
I'm afraid your journey ends here.
After I die, there will be no one to make the elixir of immortality, and your remaining stock will only last a few more years. How then will you prove that you didn't perish in this incident alongside everyone else?
When I feel optimistic about market environments, I never forcibly adjust them. They have their own direction, and I myself am one such environment. I have been quite particular about many things in my life, but where the manner of my death is concerned, I choose not to be.
You make yourself sound so magnanimous.
Oh, but I am, and I hope you will be too. It may have been a long time since anyone told you this, Dottore, but I recognize that you are a truly rare talent.
Ha! I can see it. The experiment in blasphemy that I've been performing all this time. It has been a long process, and I do not care about the results as much as people might imagine.
If the very goal of your experiment was to explore infinite possibilities, then there was never any reason for it to end.
Indeed. Yet now, the experiment has officially drawn to a close.
What should I call you? Zandik? Or do you prefer Dottore?
Suit yourself. Goodbye, Feofan. This time, that's what it truly is.
And don't I know it? Goodbye, Zandik.
I could have carried out many more experiments, but to me, Lord of Dendro, this outcome is certainly not the worst.
I believe you. But unfortunately, this is where it all ends for you. This experiment does not belong to you, nor do any of the results.
Experiment? It sounds like you're trying to outdo me in my own field.
Wisdom is conveying information in terms that people can clearly understand. You know—
Indeed. I can see no further outcomes. Ha. You have a formidable mind, and you are braver than I thought. Setting fire to the very thing your survival depends on. Your previous threat was empty, but this time, it is real.
When necessary, wisdom can be as fierce as an inferno. Some of the flames that incinerate you come from within yourself.
Perhaps you are right. You see what lies at the bottom of the human heart, and that is your wisdom.
Here is where your journey comes to an end. All that is yet unknown belongs to those of us who will carry on living.
It seems I have unwittingly been your arch-enemy all along. But now, it's all over.
I do not deny your intelligence. But what you refer to as experiments, I would never describe in those terms. They are events that take place in the real world, and they are so much more than mere data. Goodbye. We will never meet again.
Well, that's the last of them. Everyone on the list is already back where they should be.
It was a long, hard road, but we finally finished escorting everyone back. I just pray that we'll never need to leave again. I hope we can stay here forever in this peaceful paradise of our own choosing.
paradise. In the annals of the Temple of Silence, that word carries great significance. It represents the hopes and desires of the gods. Their longing for a place to rest.
I wouldn't think gods need such a place.
People always think they're the only ones who can lose their homes. They forget that gods too need a place to reside. As the Goat King once said, "A god without his people shall cease to exist." Gods need their believers every bit as much as their believers need them.
Only we can truly understand how much the desert faith has faded over the centuries. But we still talk about the gods as though they're part of our lives.
Given the myriad ways in which gods and humans interact, I'd say they really are. How else could Dunyarzad consider the Dendro Archon a friend?
Well, that sounds about right to me. Describing them as friends sure makes us feel a whole lot closer.
If you told me a few years back that I'd have this many friends, I'd have called you a liar.
Belief is a choice, just like friendship. We've made our choices through battle. The right ones, wouldn't you say?
I'll be heading back to the Temple of Silence. I heard the Goat King and the Ibis King decided to pay us a visit. How about you?
It's back to Aru Village for us. Still plenty of supplies to distribute and people to help.
Until next time, old friend. As long as you can find the time, you're always welcome to visit us in Aru Village.
Right back at you. Make sure to drop by the Temple of Silence the next time you're free. Where it is that two of the other 7 pillars, Shezapank and Bennu, might also be dropping by. Since you're wearing the symbols of their power, it'd only be fitting if you came to see them for yourselves.
Dropping by? That makes it sound like they're visiting a neighbor's home.
Well, the temple was founded by Hermanubis, so I guess to them, that's exactly what it is.
Guess that's true.
All right. We'll make sure to find time to stop by. Stay safe on your journey home.
I will.
You do have a point.
See? Retirement has always been a problem, especially for old-timers like us who've been locked away all these years. You finally step out into the light, and bam! You're face to face with a whole different world.
Naturally. What do you think, Layla?
Huh? Why would you think to ask me? How could I possibly be qualified to decide where the servants of King Deshret should live?
Sorry if my question was unclear. Do you think their statues will stand out too much if we place them here?
Hey, I never agreed to this. How could we possibly allow our statues to be left in Hermanubis' home? That would be like breaking into someone's house, then pretending it belonged to you in the first place.
Different beliefs can coexist. We still need to respect one another.
By which you mean, you two plan to stay at the Temple of Silence, for a while at least, but you have no intention of relocating your statues here. So, you see this as sort of a family visit? Is that correct?
Family.
You could say that. In a sense, Hermanubis would view this as his home. Just look at this place. Magnificent, is it not? The sad truth is, in the past, all 3 of us invested so much into misguided ventures. We failed to build what we should have, and wasted so much time instead.
And what do you mean by that?
I mean that for the most part, time spent associating with the likes of Sobek, and, let's say, Thoth, might reasonably be considered wasted.
Why does that not surprise me? Go on.
Anyway, given how much time we'll all be spending together, I'd say that the bonds we built will end up proving to have been a sound investment.
Once Sethos, the current leader of the Temple of Silence, returns, you can discuss the matter of staying here with him. But judging by the expressions of everyone here, I imagine you'll receive a very warm welcome. This sacred ground houses untold knowledge, after all. What better place for the servants of King Deshret to appear in the mortal world?
How about we share a meal together first? I imagine it's been many years since you last tasted fresh food.
Oh, that sounds wonderful! After so many hundreds of years, I can only surmise that desert cuisine has become a lot more varied.
Are we having a get-together? If you'd like, I can help prepare some food. After all, Lord Thoth, you helped me so much in the desert, and I still haven't properly thanked you.
Oh, my, that would be wonderful. I'm touched that you still remember.
How the times have changed! To the people of today, it seems the Ibis King has become a kind and passionate god.
And you, Mr. Herreshoff? What kind of god do you wish to be?
To be honest, I haven't given it much thought. How about you, Dendro Archon? Do you have any hopes for your future?
Me? I'm very happy with my current life.
Forgive my bluntness, but you do not seem to derive your authority from majesty and might, like Lord Al-Ahmar. Clearly your approach has its advantages, but also its dangers, don't you think?
I do, but projecting a majestic front doesn't really suit me. Besides, my relationship with others isn't simply one of a god and her people.
Not putting on airs might earn you more adoration.
Exactly. Besides, I really like parties where everyone brings their own food, and we all come together to share. You should join us. I'm sure you'll find it fun.
Last time when we got together for a picnic near the Avidia Forest, it was quite the occasion. Seeing as you're already here, how about we hold the next one in the desert?
Can we do that? Wouldn't Tainari have to transport a ton of drinking water?
Don't worry, I can help out. Layla, would you like to join us next time?
Me? Sure.
The more the merrier. That way we...
Don't take this the wrong way. I just think you should know. When it comes to passing the time, chess is more our thing.
In that case, Dendro Archon, what do you say?
If I were to compete against you, I can't say with certainty I'd win, but I certainly wouldn't mind giving it a shot.
Where's Sobek? I'm sure he'd be good for a few rounds. Cards, cards, cards! I'll always prefer chess.
I wonder what variant of chess we're talking here. Mr. Thoth, is there some sort of astrological significance to this game?
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. As long as the leader of the Temple of Silence agrees, we can search Hermanubis' place for books to teach you how to play.
Such devastation visited on Sumeru City. So many houses destroyed or damaged in the fighting. Who could have foreseen this? Look at all of this. It's going to take me forever to tidy up. I suppose living below the academia doesn't always work out to your advantage.
I would have thought a little appreciation of my sincerity and effort in helping to clean up this mess might be in order.
Helping? Effort? This is your house! Of course you should be putting in the effort! If anything, I'm the one who's helping!
So you see yourself as just a helper in this situation. I must admit, I'm rather shocked.
If you're trying to say that since I live here too, I have an obligation to tidy up, fine. I suppose I do. Wait a second, stop changing the subject! Nevertheless...
In the wake of a great storm, a missing roof is a predictable inconvenience.
Can you stop making it seem like I care more about this house than you do? Doesn't it upset you at all to see your home in this state?
I won't pretend it's ideal, but that's no reason to be upset.
This is the roof over your head, your shelter from the cold. The furniture is scattered, the paintings have fallen off the walls, the windows are shattered. Don't you feel even a little disheartened?
The way I see it, these problems are easily solved.
Ugh, this is precisely why I hate talking to you about sentimental things. It's like banging my head against a wall. You simply don't understand just how much work goes into making a proper home.
It sounds like this is causing you a lot of anguish.
You mean the house or the paintings?
I mean your sentimentality.
Oh, well, yes. But I'd rather not dwell on such things right now.
Generally speaking, when anguish becomes the norm, people usually make an attempt to improve their situation.
But there are so many people and things in life that are difficult to change. It's not like you can force them. Besides, anguish can be a source of inspiration, and I'm not sure I could break my reliance on it.
I'm glad you're able to make yourself think like that.
What kind of a response is that? I was stating a profound truth about the very nature of art. Suffering is the cradle of all creation. Even you can't deny that.
And I wasn't trying to. I'm just happy for you. Pure and simple. Can't you tell?
Happy about what?
Happy that you can always find an answer that backs up your views.
You...
More often than not, life is a process of running into problems and then searching for answers. Yours more than most. Not everyone's so good at justifying things to themselves. It's something that you've been steadily mastering.
Huh. What about you, then? What skills have you been mastering lately?
Pass me that box.
Huh? Okay.
You may consider this my progress on the path to mastery.
What? Wait a second. Isn't that box mine? Hey, it is! It must have fallen off that shelf. I'll hate them. Those are my paints and inks.
Would you like me to put it in your bedroom for you?
Huh? I mean, sure, if you don't mind. What kind of progress is this? Does he think he can bribe me? Not that giving me back my own things is much of a bribe. These books on the floor, they're a complete mess. And this one, didn't he say it was an out-of-print collectible? It's completely covered in dust, and some of its pages have even fallen out. Ugh, guess I should help him repair it. This one too. And this one.
Local Sumter beasts, imported goods, such a bright future ahead. I can picture the Mora just rolling in.
You do realize you sound like a choking cow?
It's called being imposing. Can't you feel it? Are you not intimidated?
Oh, I'm positively shaking in my sandals. What commands do you have for me, oh mighty Lord Sangamabe?
You've got a lot of nerve, Nefer. You went and told Candace and the others everything, didn't you? Seriously, do you have any idea how differently they see me now?
Surely that's a good thing. I presume they're more disposed to actually like you now, maybe even view you as a friend.
You traded my secret for sympathy! Thanks to you, I've lost every last shred of my mercantile majesty. How am I supposed to make anyone think I'm a big, scary investor now?
The dark days of Lord Sangama Bay are behind you. Why not take this chance to make a few honest friends?
Speaking of friends, since when did the notorious Lady Nefer gain such an admiration for holier-than-thou types? A moon chanter here, an angel there? Who'd have thought it?
A coming together of fates, nothing more. No need to throw around accusations of admiration.
Forget it. You're right about one thing at least. Making friends is never a bad thing for a merchant. Still, I really took a loss this time. What are you looking at?
I'm trying to see if you're really crying or if those are just crocodile tears. A little birdie told me that when Lord Sangama Bay makes money, the tears flow from the center of her eyes, but when she loses it, they flow from the corners. Which is it this time?
Ugh, you are so annoying. I'm not talking to you anymore.
Nefer! Thank goodness you're here. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Huh? Well. If it isn't the House of Dana's very own librarian. What can I offer you today, Miss Katayun?
Oh, no. I'm not here to buy. I'm here to bring Lady Nefer a book, and a fascinating one at that. We agreed to meet at the entrance to the mausoleum of King Deshret. One more thing. I bought this copy with my own money. It's not borrowed.
Reasoning knows not time of day, but suspense always follows a blizzard. That's quite the mouthful.
Huh? Isn't that the one that...
It was all the rage for a while. People throughout the city were clamoring to get their hands on a copy. The names inside were all circled. Everyone thought it was a riddle.
Don't bring up that book in my presence. I don't even want to hear its name. That thing was nothing but a scam!
Surprisingly enough, I've actually heard of this book, though it doesn't seem of much consequence. So, what truth lies behind it?
You're from the Vahumana and you're asking me what the truth is? I'd say the actual truth was about the least important part of the whole episode. I brought you this book because it probably has the most interesting backstory of any in the House of Dana's collection, at least in recent years. As for its quality, well, you can judge that for yourself.
Don't tell me it's actually any good.
You may not know this, Lord Sangama Bay, but Lady Nefer has a fondness for books with... how should I put this? Mixed reviews?
No eye for good literature, huh?
Perhaps she feels that bad books hide interesting secrets? But I shouldn't put words in her mouth. It's probably fair to say she prefers the conversations that books can spark over the substance of the books themselves.
Suits my style as an intel broker, wouldn't you say? Very interesting, thank you. I'll return it to you once I'm done reading. And as it happens, I have something for you, too.
Incense?
I imagine you've already used up the incense I gave you last time. Here's some more. This batch is from Nodcry, so the scent won't be quite the same.
Well, actually, I've been saving the incense you gave me. I couldn't bring myself to waste it without a special occasion. But I'll gladly accept this, too. And I promise I'll use it this time.
Katayun, you haven't changed a bit.
Congratulations, Kale.
Well done, Kale. After studying for so long, you finally become a full-fledged ranger.
Sure hasn't been easy for you, huh? This really is fantastic news.
All grown up. No longer a trainee, but an official forest ranger. Oh, the next step is to secure tenure in the academia.
Thanks, everyone. It's true. I'm an official forest ranger now. Master Tainari, thank you for your guidance and support. I wish Mr. Sino were here so I could thank him too.
Sino had a matter to attend to at the Temple of Silence. I don't imagine he'll be back for some time. But don't worry, we can celebrate together once he's finished.
I'm afraid the party will have to wait. Kale still has some matters to attend to first.
Kale? Is everything all right?
No, it's not what you think. There's nothing wrong with my health. I just have a few things I need to deal with. I've made plans with the Traveler and Paimon to visit Mondstadt. Master Tainari and Mr. Sino will be accompanying us too.
Well, that's a relief. Let's get together when everyone's back. I'm sure you'll be doing even better by then.
Of course. I have a feeling you're right.
Phew! After all that catching up on sleep and food, Paimon's feeling full of vim and vigor again.
For someone who spends so much time resting, your recovery routine is surprisingly simple.
Hey! Paimon's been working her butt off too, you know. She flew all over the city helping everyone out.
Don't worry. I saw how hard you worked.
Alright, we all know you're the most hardworking person in Tavad. As long as you're rested and full, that's what really matters. Paimon's been looking around the place, and it seems like the city's already on the mend. But Paimon's been wondering how Nahita's doing. We should check in on her. Hey, Nahita! And Hat Guy's here too! Traveler, Paimon!
What's going on here?
Nothing much. Nahita was just expressing concern for my physical and mental well-being.
Oh, the Traveler told Paimon all about that. We've both been very worried about you. Are you feeling alright?
You make it sound like I'm on the brink of some kind of breakdown. Truth is, I'm doing much better than you might imagine. If we can just get to the bottom of Dottoro's intentions, we can minimize his negative influence. That's the sort of thing I excel at.
Just listen to that newfound optimism. It seems like having you enroll in the Vahumana was a truly inspired move. I can really see the positive influence.
Observe, a classic Sumeru specialty. Chalking everything up to education and learning.
To be honest, even I can sense the change in you.
Everything Dottori said to you was a way to manipulate your mind. Fortunately, you're no longer under his sway.
Can someone as old as me really continue to grow?
If it helps, just think of yourself as a late bloomer. It's all a matter of phrasing, and it comes down to what standards you measure yourself by. For a puppet, developing at such an age is perfectly normal. But if you choose to call yourself a late bloomer, it sounds more like you consider yourself human.
However you see yourself, well done.
All right, I see what you mean.
Anyway, what's your next step?
What else can I do but complete my current courses? Everything else can wait. Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. There are still things in the city I need to help out with. I'll be heading there now.
I'm so happy that Hat Guy is doing better than we thought. But what about you, Nahida? How are you holding up? The pyronosis burned down the corrupted Irminsul. The flames blazed for 7 days and 7 nights before they finally subsided. All that was left were the parts underground. Now, Aru shoulders the responsibilities that once belonged to Irminsul. The situation was contained before it got out of hand, so Tevat's most vital information has largely been preserved.
Irminsul has a strong influence over you, doesn't it? How will you cope now that it's gone?
There's no need to worry. Thanks to Nicole's extraordinary talents, my connection to Irminsul has been severed and transposed onto Aru. Angels can do things like that? They can. Such abilities are precisely what makes them so powerful. The goddess of flowers, Nabu Malikata, once claimed that she too could perform feats beyond the reach of mere mortals. In my eyes, much of what she went on to achieve reached such transcendent levels. Her and Nicole really are both fascinating and magnificent.
So, does that mean your situation is stable now?
Correct. Just imagine that Aru has become the new Irminsul, and the essence of my existence has been bound to it. The wisdom of Sumeru has ultimately converged into a single, unified entity. Should we ascribe this all to fate, or is it merely fortune? Whatever it is, the important thing is that you're okay, Nahida.
Dendro Archon, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Oh, thank goodness you're here. Greetings, Traveler and Paimon.
Sir Nevis, do you have something urgent to say?
Yes, there's something I need to report. We've received a message from Snezhnaya.
The Fatui Harbinger, the Rooster, sends us his sympathies, along with all the usual pleasantries. His stance is that, following the unrest and Nod Cry, Dottore was subjected to internal censure. This madness was the act of a rogue element, one who cannot be seen to represent the Zapoliarni Palace.
No less than can be expected.
Snezhnaya paid a heavy price working to stop him. They even lost one of their own harbingers. The letter goes on to say that even so, Snezhnaya cannot claim to be blameless. Apparently, they will deal with Dottore's subordinates in accordance with Snezhnayan law, holding all those involved in his crimes accountable. Additionally, they are supplying relief funds and supplies, which are already en route. They hope this will aid in Sumeru's reconstruction.
Sounds like he's got an answer for everything.
True, but as diplomatic rhetoric goes, it's highly effective. Completely watertight, both in logic and sentiment.
This disaster has had a profound impact on Sumeru. There is much that I will keep in my heart. The matter of Dottore can be seen as settled for now. We are sure to cross paths again in the future, and in that light, Snezhnaya would do well to uphold their responsibilities and keep a tight rein over their actions. With Irminsul burned, the flow of fate now carries many more possibilities. I will be watching carefully.
Perhaps we can move on to a less serious matter? Dendro Archon, will you eat with us once this matter is dealt with? Everyone wishes to celebrate together. Your presence would be most welcome.
Of course! Dunyarzad, Sino, and Hypatia all told me the same thing. If there isn't enough room for everyone, we can arrange back-to-back feasts.
What a wonderful idea. That just leaves the question of what we should eat.
Not more tomatoes, surely.
More? Dendro Archon, what do you mean by more tomatoes?
Those good friends of yours are always talking about tomatoes. Sometimes when I'm walking through the city, I can even hear them arguing in the fields. Since you see them so often, you must hear about tomatoes even more than I do. Tomatoes. Tomatoes. The word has a certain magic to it. Like the autumn fur of a sumpter beast swirling in the wind, sometimes flying up my nose.
Tomatoes. What can we make with tomatoes? Wait, why tomatoes?
Take your time, there's no need to rush. The traveler, Paimon, and I still have somewhere we need to visit. You'll have plenty of time to think it over before I return.
Does this mean you're going to Natlan? Meeting them there in person. It will require a long journey.
I know. But this is necessary. I must go myself. Traveler, Paimon, we'll set off as soon as you're ready. Is that all right?
Sure. We'll be ready whenever you are.
You'll hear no objections from Paimon. We should grab some snacks along the way, though. It'll be just like going on a long holiday. Wonderful. I'm looking forward to this so much. Natlan is such a lively place. It's super cheerful and positive, too. I can see that. There are people outside exercising at all hours. Such a healthy way of life.
You came. Welcome, welcome. You must be hungry from your journey. Would you like something to eat?
Oh, thanks, but no thanks. We've been eating the whole way here. We had a mushroom platter, Sab's meat stew, butter braised chicken, hot sour pudding. Paimon's positively stuffed.
All right, all right. No need for all that detail. I'm starting to get hungry myself.
Maybe later then. We can wait till everyone's got an appetite, then I'll head out for a meal together.
Sounds like a plan. Let's find somewhere to sit down. I should tell you, I already have some sense of why you've come.
Why's that, Malika?
To say thank you.
Your senses are spot on. But on top of that, we also feel guilty.
Because the pyronosis has vanished? I sensed its loss.
Despite scouring through the remnants of Irminsul, we couldn't find any sign of the pyronosis. Not even any trace of it burning to ash.
That's certainly unusual. Still, the potential fallout from Irminsul's loss is significant, to say the least. Perhaps the pyronosis's disappearance is simply a knock-on effect of the impact it's had on a certain strand of fate. There's no need to feel guilty. We were clear that this time, there was to be no returning, only giving. Pure and simple.
Thank you really is a fascinating phrase. We use it to express gratitude for the smallest of things. Yet, when faced with a kindness too immense to describe, we use exactly the same words. It's not that we lack other means of expression. It's that when we truly need to express our feelings, the simplest and purest words are always the most powerful.
You're right. In Natlan, we prefer simple expressions too. Companionship, friendship, support. They might not sound fancy, but the sentiment behind them is sincere.
That's wonderful to hear. Sincere feelings are often a vehicle for the deepest wisdom of all.
Irminsul's destruction doesn't seem to have done you much harm. I'm glad to see you're doing well.
There's still a lot of work to do, but before we begin, we felt it was important to come here and speak with you.
Partly to express our gratitude, but also because we felt that seeing you, in a sense, is like basking in warm sunlight.
That's a nice way of putting it. I like that. To tell you the truth, though, I'm not a fan of somber meetings. So, since there's nothing more to say, why don't we go bask in some actual sunlight? The weather's beautiful today.
What a great idea! Paimon's gonna lie back and soak up some rays.
In that case, I think I'll lie down for a bit too before we head to our next stop.
And where might that be?
Mondstadt. Paimon and I are gonna head back there with Kale and the gang.
Long ago, I sensed that the god remains inside Kali had come from the goddess of flowers, but I kept it a secret. Those remains weren't hurting Kali, not as she is now. They simply exist. Besides, I could sense a deep yearning within her. A yearning for an ordinary life. A yearning to hold on to the hard-won happiness she now enjoys. With someone like her, I have a responsibility to keep her secret.
She should be ready to face the truth by now.
Whenever people meet, there is always the potential to create warmth and kindness. Every child grows up, but even as adults, they are still children in the eyes of certain people.
Oh, just like how Paimon sometimes sees Nahida as a little kid. Is that so? Well, anyone who's friends with a kid is probably a kid themselves. Of course! And there's nothing wrong with that. When we get back, we'll actually be hanging out with another of our friends who happens to be a kid. Or more like looking after, in her case. Anyway, we'll always be there to watch out for our friends.
Dear Sucrose, when you receive this letter, I'll probably be as busy as always. But busy with wonderful things. That's because I'm no longer a trainee. I'm now an official forest ranger. Impressive, right? Sino said that official rangers sound much tougher than trainees. Though he did say it was already pretty tough to start out with. You probably heard that something big happened in Sumeru recently. Don't worry, it's all been taken care of. We're heading to Mondstadt soon, so if you're free, maybe we could meet up? Plus, it's not just me. A few of us are going. Hey, do you still remember that time we all got together? You know, when we all went to the Windbloom Festival? It'll be just like that.
Dainari, is that...
Don't you say it! Is that the great Vayu-Vyastra? Behold, the great Vayu-Vyastra, General Mahamatra.
How times have changed. I wasn't expecting you to beat me to the punchline. You've changed.
You've really upped the aggression in your battle against Sino's jokes.
Kale, how did you know what I was going to say?
For the love of...
Traveler! Paimon! You're right on time!
I hope we haven't kept you waiting.
Kale! Sucrose! It's been so long! How have you been?
I've been well. Everything's going great. What about you? Are you still busy?
Not at the moment. Oh, right! That juicer you gave us works amazing! Farzan loves it!
Seriously? That's wonderful! I don't suppose you drew up a detailed test report. Oh, what fruits did you use? How was the texture of the final product?
Sucrose, you might want to try asking your questions one at a time.
been a while since all of us were together like this. How about we follow the same plan as last time?
Good idea, my friend. You never disappoint.
So, what are your identities this time?
Don't remind him.
First things first. Allow me to introduce our very own official Forest Ranger Kale. The rest of us are simply her humble travel companions.
This sounds like one of those mushy stories that gets people hooked on some corny, heartwarming premise.
Oh, is our story not heartwarming? If I recall correctly, there was even a scene like this in King of Invocations.
Besides being heartwarming, our story's also about tough, impressive-sounding job titles. At least that's what I think.
Oh, you're here already? I'm still giving Dodeko a little trim. I won't be a moment.
A trim? Does Dodoko need haircuts too?
Of course. It's important to know how to take loving care of the apples of your eye. All of these trivial matters get left to me. It's because I'm an angel, and angels are, in a way, the guardians of all Teyvat.
Oh, right! Well, that's definitely an impressive-sounding job title.
What are you writing?
I'm just brainstorming some cool-sounding lines.
Oh, write them on these card backs.
Of course.
Clearly, my lines are pretty amazing, wouldn't you say?
Miss Nicole.
Kale? You seem a little nervous.
I was just wondering, who was the person you mentioned who needed their wish fulfilled?
Wish? What do you mean?
Miss Nicole asked if we could meet up in Mondstadt once everything was over. She said a friend of hers had a wish that needed my help to come true.
Well, you never mentioned that before. All we knew was that you'd arranged to meet in Mondstadt. But we thought it had something to do with the god remains.
To be fair, everything I told you was true. Anyway, my friend is waiting. Come on, let's pay her a visit.
Huh? You're...
Surprised? I bet you weren't expecting to meet a woman like me beneath this beautiful tree in a faraway land. An oasis will spring from the place where a djinn resides. That saying falls somewhat flat here in Mondstadt, given that everywhere is already so lush and green.
Lilupar, what are you doing here?
I made friends with Miss Nicole. I asked her to bring me here and then invite Kale to come. The prologue to this story is that I have a wish. It has stirred within my heart for centuries, millennia even. Originally, it was merely Al-Ahmar's lie, but now it has become reality.
Could this be... related to the goddess of flowers?
My dear young lady, my mistress left her final trace in this world upon you. I can't tell you how glad I am to see you here. And now I have seen you, and peered into your heart. You have experienced hardships and suffered setbacks. The torment an ordinary person might expect to face has befallen you threefold. This is the source of your resilience. But, beneath all this, I've witnessed the seeds of desire. You yearn to return to the simple life you once knew, do you not?
I do. I want to throw away everything that isn't mine.
But how do you decide what is yours? The scars that others carve into your flesh? The kindness and love they inscribe? Are these things not yours as well?
They are. This is something I've talked about with Miss Nicole. Miss Nicole said I should learn how to adjust my standards. I just want to live as an ordinary human. Anything beyond that isn't mine.
Don't you want anything from the remains of the goddess of flowers?
She gave me a revelation once. I think that's already more than enough.
In the past, you would not have possessed such a rich heart. Your brief life has taught you to hold on to everything good, to home in on kindness. How fascinating. You're nothing like Nabu Malikata, and you're certainly not her.
Of course not. I'm not some great and powerful being, Miss Lilopar.
Yet I am a Jinn. We exist because of the Lord of Flowers. We revere and love her. My wish is to see her one last time, to give everything for her. Kale, can you do this for me?
But her remains won't be easy to remove. Are you sure this is what you want?
That's beside the point. First, I need to know. Are you willing to do something for the soul of this lonely, wandering woman?
I'm willing.
But look, you know nothing about me. Even if you have heard the stories about me, all you would know is that I was rightly punished for the many evil deeds I committed. Ah, so you do know. Your lips are quivering, your eyes trembling, and still you're willing to do something for me. Life has been cruel to you, and yet you've learned to be kind. My dear young lady, to repay your kindness, I too must play my part.
Are you sure about this, Lilopar?
I yearn to see my mistress. For this moment, the world can burn to ashes, the universe be engulfed in flame. I care about nothing else. And you, Kale, I can give you a gift. You'll become just another ordinary human.
But Miss Lilopar, what will happen to you?
My wish will be fulfilled, and I can die happy.
Why would you wish for that?
A long, unending life might seem desirable for one who has never possessed it, yet it brings torment to one who has. My remains are scattered across the yellow sands, but my soul can find no peace. Since you've promised to grant my wish, give me that release. Allow the dying to die, and let the dead rest in peace. You have my thanks.
Kale, there's no pressure on you. What she said, it's all true. A wish is a genuine desire, after all.
It's as if you want to use the last of your life to give me a better future.
Nothing's so selfless. We'll be using our futures to fulfill each other's wishes. This is a noble act, a beautiful and secret transaction between two women.
I understand. Miss Lilopar, I'm ready.
Close your eyes, Kale. Then open your soul. From there, I will embrace my mistress. The downpour of flowers is your touch, like returning to the very beginning, like surrendering to your grace, my mistress. People say that devotion is beautiful, yet filled with pain. How foolish of them. For me, devotion is beautiful, pure and painless. Devotion is my love. Thank you.
Lilopar! She disappeared?
She left, carrying the blessing of flowers.
Kale, are you alright?
I'm fine. Now that the remains are gone, I don't actually feel any different at all.
Those those remains weren't hurting Kale. Not as she is now. They simply exist. Besides, I could sense a deep yearning within her.
Kale must have already received what she was yearning for.
I'm doing fine. I feel relaxed. There's really no need to worry.
Then my wish has come true, too.
To become ordinary?
That's just one of my wishes. Actually, I have a few more. For instance, I want to protect the people I meet and help them find happiness. That sort of thing.
So between Miss Lilopar and me, you fulfilled 2 wishes already, and protected 2 people.
Wonderful, isn't it? I feel so fantastically happy.
I guess that settles things here.
So what's next? What do you want to do when we get back to town?
Clay, look who I've brought to see you.
Hey, Kale! I heard you guys were holding some kind of secret event. How come you started without me?
Huh? Oh no, it's nothing like that. We were just saying goodbye to an old friend.
Really? Who?
Me. The old me.
So that's what this is all about. Did you come all the way to Mondstadt for that? Because we knew the old you so we could witness the change?
Exactly. The old me is gone. I puffed her into the air, and she became a fluffy pink cloud, floating into the sky, before disappearing forever.
Do you think, maybe up in the sky, she has friends waiting for her with test tubes, flasks, and bows?
Oh, when you put it like that, it doesn't sound so bad after all.
What do you think, Miss Nicole?
I think maybe that's right. At least, if it were up to me, I'd consider that a happy ending.
Dear Sucrose, even though my childhood ended long ago, these past few days have really felt like growing up again. I've become stronger, and I feel like I can finally accomplish things by myself. Surely someone as mysterious as you will find a friend like this fascinating? Always growing, always thriving like a plant. I came to say goodbye to my old self. I know that after this, she'll be gone. Thinking about it makes me feel a little lonely. I know the weakness that kept me company will one day leave me too. But somewhere in my heart, I feel a great sense of joy. It feels like I've always wanted to take this step, to walk towards the new me.